I let my subscribers and viewers know that if they have any specific questions, specific queries, to let me know, because it would be great to get some feedback so I know sort of which direction to speak in and which sort of advice to go on. So it came back a question from subscriber, and I'd like to think friend by now, Regolo, or Regolo, I don't know how you pronounce that, let me know how you pronounce that. And there was two, the questions are twofold, but I'm going to start with the first one, obviously, and then I'll do another video on the second one later. The first one is to do with long-term motivation and willpower, feeling like some of these workouts and some of the things that you may be applying effort to, you don't feel like you're giving 110% every single time, maybe on some of these reps, some of these sprints. Sometimes you feel very motivated, other times you just kind of catch yourself kind of slacking a little bit or only giving 50%. Well, firstly, this is massive credit to you for recognizing that this is happening. So a lot of people just go through the motions and don't really analyze anything. They don't really sort of give it any second thought. And they're always stuck in that sort of 50% mode. So the fact that you know sometimes you're going 50% means that you're also aware sometimes you really are giving 100%. The second thing I would say is that what makes you think every single sprint has to be 100%? The body doesn't really work like that. And this is a phenomena that happens certainly in motivation, because when you first get into your fitness and training, your body isn't capable of crushing a huge amount of training. And although some of fitness is relative, the physical reality of the situation isn't always so relative. So, I mean, like 100 kilos is 100 kilos, regardless of how fit you are. So, in the early days, in your mind, you're giving 110% effort, and you are, but you're only squatting 20 kilos or whatever, which is fantastic. Now, in your head, you're at every single workout, you are giving that 110% effort. You are crushing it, because you are, but relatively, this isn't a huge amount of weight, so it doesn't tax your nervous system as much. It doesn't tax those deeper tissues, your bones, things like that, ligaments. So you can, every time you step into the gym to work out, you can give 100%, 110%, because your body has recovered very quickly. But as you get fitter and you increase the amount of weight, you increase the speed of your sprints, you're probably increasing the volume as well, and you're trying to apply that same 110% mentality to every single workout. The body does not work like this. When you get fitter and fitter, remember, 100 kg is 100 kg regardless of how fit you are. Treat it with caution. Treat it with caution. It's where most sort of injuries and downfalls happen, when people underestimate what they're doing. So, it sounds to me like you're absolutely smashing it. And I wouldn't worry so much if, I mean, the victory is that you stepped into the gym and you're working out, that's it. And then you have to listen to your body, and maybe the fact that you're not giving 110% every single time is telling you something, and maybe take one workout out of that where you can do something else, a bit of yoga, a bit of stretching, something along those lines. But it sounds to me like you're almost, it's the psychological kind of aspect of worrying that you're losing motivation. I don't think you are. I don't think you are, because it sounds to me like you've noticed some of your intensity and effort is lagging, and you feel like you want to find a way to drive it forwards. That tells us everything we need to know. It means that you're finding a way to actively break through a plateau as such. One thing I kind of do just for my own sanity, if I'm in that place and I'm having that workout where I just kind of feel like I'm kind of phoning it in a little bit, I make sure there is at least one exercise, it could be one set or one exercise, where I do give that 110%, just on one. Go to failure on one thing, and then you know that that's going into the bank. You know that the workout wasn't a waste of time, because there's at least one bit where you did push your body, maybe something a bit lighter. But in terms of that long-term motivation and willpower, it becomes a point when motivation and willpower kind of take a sideline to discipline. And discipline is where it's all at, to play the long game. And you've got to play the long game. I don't know your situation, how old you are, anything along those lines, but hyper intensity is a young man's game. But have you ever noticed how the top bodybuilders are older, in their 40s? It's because they learn to play the long game. It takes that time to build up that density of muscle. It takes that time to build up that dense ligament and bone strength. And they don't get there by going 110% every time. They go there by maintaining discipline. So it comes down to your discipline. And depending on what your goal is, you can find it somewhere else. Maybe you can't give 110% in that workout. So knock that on the head, rest up. Try some yoga and stretching. Try doing something else. Research something about diet or along those lines. All of these things are going to be added to your tool belt that's going to assist you in rifling forwards with your goals. Beautiful. I hope that answers your question. Let me know if that is helpful for you. I really appreciate all of the new viewers and all of the new subscribers. I know it doesn't seem like much to you, but it is massive to me. Even just 1, 2, 3, and I'm getting like at least 10 views on each video now. This means the world to me because I'm not posting these on Facebook or anything like that. So I know that these are coming from the universe, from the world around, which gives me a great sense of validation and a great inner sense of rewarding. Yeah, fantastic, great stuff. I'm going to keep busting out these videos. I'll answer your second question in another video. Let's keep moving forwards. I think we got something here. Let's go. Let's go.